Hey everyone, it is me here once again, the annoying host as usual, here to bring you Path of Exile preview. Path of Exile is a Diablo-esque game, one of those games where you just go in, dungeon crawl, kill stuff, get loot. Those type of games. And, well, this is a preview. Expect a real review of this to come out when it is officially out of beta, which will be sometime in late 2013. Path of Exile is developed by Grinding Gear Games, which is a independent video game studio based in Auckland, New Zealand, founded in 2006. Their website, which is going to be in the description below, is www.grindinggear.com. This is the only game that they've made and published, which just recently turned into open beta as of January 2013. And this, well, this is going to be my preview of it. I'd love to give it first impressions, but as you can see from logging in, I've put enough time into it. So this is your login menu. You get to choose your characters, your league, which is kind of like, alright, default settings, hardcore settings, which is where you die once, game over, they don't come back. And then your occasional events that happen time to time put on by the developers, which you can read more about on their website, which is www.pathofexile.com, which will be in the description below. So, kind of like where you want to play. In the options, we have, the basics. Your adapter, you can choose what video card to use. Display, resolution, which, I would be able to change from running in my native display resolution right now, so I can't change it. VSync, shadow type, all that jazz. Sound is a little underwhelming, like there's no subtitles or anything, but UI, you can change all your controls. So the game has this customization. There may be more implemented further down the line, but at this current stage of the beta, this is all there is. Alright, so I have 3 characters. I'll be playing as Princely Mask tonight, but first we'll take you through the character creation. So you have 6 heroes to choose from in the beginning. We have the Witch.
They were right to fear me.
They also have voice acting for everything. So,
was I supposed to bear such insults with an action simply?
Turn that off for the time being. So we have the Witch, which is pure intelligence. We have the Duelist, who's a mix of others, Ranger, Barbarian, Shadow, which is like a rogue, Templar, all that kind of jazz, right? Now, an interesting note about the classes in this game is that they don't have exclusive skills like in Diablo or Warcraft or any other kind of games. It's very open, it's very free in order to play the way you desire to play. Like I will show you on my one character, Princely Mask. Like as you can see, you have your health bar, your mana, some shields, stuff like that. All right. Here we go. Here's the inventory. So, as you can see in here, this is kind of a material system. Like, we have, items and stuff, blah, 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 blah. But, like, the material system from Final Fantasy VII, can't talk today. You put in, like, support gems and gems with abilities into here, and they modify the abilities and make them better or, whatever. So, it's like, I could play a Witch, yet if I had the equipment that had the right gem slots, I could, use these gems, like Heavy Strike to, do a lot of damage with, Iron Will support gem and the life gain on hit support gem. I could do that as a Witch. It wouldn't be that effective, but I could. And it's also, that's how you get your skills in game, right? But there's also the passive skill tree system where what it is basically the passive skill tree system from Final Fantasy X. So that's really interesting, right? It's kind of like the Master System from League of Legends, where you level up, you put it into some minor stats, which you can modify things. There's some better than this, like these, just more strength, just stuff like that. This increased evasion rating and armor. While these fancy ones are like, ooh, you can't evade enemy attacks, but you also can't be stunned, and interesting things like that. Like, they really change up your play style and makes your character your own. Yes, you can still optimize your builds, but, well, you still have your own character in the way you want to play. Although, if you really don't like your character and how he's built, you kind of do have to make a new character. Because you don't get that much refund points. Like, you can grind it, but it's kind of difficult. I'll get into the economy later after I go out in the field and kill some things. So I'll show you combat for the time being. Let's turn back on the audio. Alright. So, pretty basic, you know, hold down left mouse to move, and then if you want to use a text, you just use hotkeys bottom right corner. I am just kind of holding down, right mouse button to kill things, because this character is really overpowered. He's just mainly go in, smack stuff, you know, easy time. There's 3 difficulties and currently 3 acts implemented in the game. You know, normal, merciless, and cruel, I believe it is. It's been a while. I haven't gone to the 3rd difficulty yet, because it really does get harder in higher difficulties, in the sense of, how do I put it? When you die on harder difficulties, you lose experience, right? While on normal difficulty, you can basically just run up at everything and smack and not worry have to die. I mean, HP regen is incredibly overpowered from what I've seen playing as this guy. I mean, I'm having a much easier time as him than I did as my ranger, who's my main. But I just go up, smack that. I suppose a little combat could be designed a little bit more, but I mean, it's still good enough, right? I mean, I have a variety of skills I can use. Things skill calling for chess, like, ooh, yeah. It could definitely be better, but you know what? It's good enough. It's still very Diablo-esque. It's not overcomplicated. It's very simple enough for people to just start playing and, you know, do fine, get in, kill stuff. Simple as that. You can hold down, like, if you hit Z to toggle, you can turn on chest names and item names on the floor, which I suggest you do, because, well, holding down Alt for this stuff to come up is rather annoying, so you just hit Z to toggle it. So I suggest everyone who plays this game actually do that. But there's also potions in the bottom left corner. As you can see, they get filled up the more you kill stuff, which is interesting, I guess. But I mean, you could just kite things around in a boss fight and just kill the additional adds. So it makes it a little easy, but it's still hard. Like, don't underestimate the harder difficulties. You will die a lot. I mean, bosses are on the lower difficulties are still forced to be trapped with. This game, I think what it is how do I put it? The combat with generic enemies is not hard on normal difficulty, but the bosses, they are not forgiving. They're very, hey, you need like ice resistance to the first boss. I mean, it's kind of original World of Warcraft's raid style as difficulty, in the sense of you have to have the right gear to resist this person's attacks so you don't die. It's very smart raider-esque, I guess. I'm not sure what term to use here, but you can't just go in and do this for bosses. You will die. And you can't even just get a big party either, because the party system in this game where it makes it so the more people in your group, the more health enemies have and the more damage they deal. So it kind of bounces up. So you can't just get like a gang group going on, just, you know, get through the game really easy. So as you see, picking up loot, I'm only picking up blues because this game just showers you through. It's like, hey, you want items? Here you go. It's kind of ridiculous, but I can understand why. It feels good. And you would think, oh, why not just pick all those items up, right? Because they just drop so many blues, it doesn't even matter. I don't even know why I'm carrying some whites with me, but yeah. I'll get into the economy a bit later. That's another area I can go into. They do have quests in this game. Oh, what's a hotkey for that? Quest. There we go. Roll panel. See, you see your difficulty and your act even when you've unlocked them. These I have to do, although I'm not doing them right now. I'm just kind of playing the game to show you for, like, on the right side here you can see the, well, materia, well, skilled gems, but for the sake of simplicity. And, you know, striking back to old school gamers, because this game is made completely by gamers. Like, hardcore gamers are like, well, we know what makes a good game. And so they took basically the material system from Final Fantasy VII, the level up system from Final Fantasy X, and made a game out of it. And you know what? It works. It really does. I mean, flattery is the sincerest form of, I was gonna make a saying there, but I completely forgot. I apologize for that, people. But yeah. That basically, if you're going to copy people, copy the good things, and that's what they've done entirely. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh yes, the economy. Yes, I'll get into that after I kill everyone here. So for the time being, I guess we'll talk about system specifications. If I can kill these guys, that is. Path of Exile is currently in open beta. It's free to play. That means you can pick it up, buy it. Well, not buy it, but you can pick up and play right now, which there will be a link below, so you can just do that right away. There is a microtransaction system, but it's not pay to win. It's all cosmetic. It's very, ooh, I'm gonna pay real world money to make my sword like have a fiery, glowy effect. Does not have no effect on combat other than making you look cool. Ooh, one of my gems level up, which I'll do right now. Like you just level it up right there, and as you can see, I can't level my other gem because I don't meet the right requirements. But leveling up gems increase, you know, how good they are, but also increase mana cost. So there is a little bit of a, you know, leveling up thing. Gems aren't always a good idea, but you know, for the most part, it is. So it's nice that they give you the choice instead of making it automatic, although experience will not pull over. Anyway, back to the system requirements and stuff. They aim for a release date from 6 months' time, which was announced back in like near the end of March. So basically late 2013. I guess Christmas holiday event release, whatever. But release is still on release. It's still gonna be free to play, but it'll just be like done. Like it'll be ready to be, I guess, reviewed then. I'm not sure how to put it, but there are still glitches in the game. There's still character resets every now and then, but it's hard to explain right now. But think of this as an incomplete game that you can play and help make better right now. Like, well, that's what a beta is. So, yeah. I smack you. You can indeed play our favorite game of Tetris, where you gotta make room for other items. You cannot like turn them around. Like I can't turn this sideways, although that'd be completely pointless. Like this item right here, I can't turn sideways. I can only put like this, which is a minor gripe, but oh well. Sorry, I'm getting incredibly off topic here. System requirements and stuff like that. It will run on Windows, basically in Windows that, you know, is out there, like modern Windows, I should say. It will also run on Linux if you have the program Play on Linux, which I will provide a page to the wiki article below in the description, but I won't have an actual link to. Well, actually, maybe I will. Well, I guess we'll see. But it's not Mac support. It's basically Play on everything but Mac, which is unfortunate. But oh well, that's just somehow the game is. Can I fit this? Yes, I can. Tetris, because you know I won't automatically do the shorts for you. So bubble up. So just put my skill point somewhere, and I think I want to put it. Where do I want to put it? I want to put it in here. Increase physical damage for swords. Oh, my bad. There we go. Alright, so level up. Did that. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. They plan for yearly expansions after the full release for the next 5 to 10 years. So this game will be supported after it's, you know, really released, which is good. They're developers are saying we are going to continue making this game. They're showing their support by saying that, and I look forward to it. Like, I mean, it's been almost a year now since Diablo 3 came out. And we still haven't had, like, we've heard news of an expansion, but we haven't really seen that much. Well, I guess that's a lie. We have seen content being added, but I mean, it's not really good, I guess. I don't know. I'm just purely skeptical at this point for the expansions, but I'm looking forward to it since it's an expansion, so I don't know if they'll be free or not. I presume they will, because it's a free-to-play game, but so is that. But they're, you know, they're going to support the game after it's already out. They're saying it, so that's good. You know, not like Terraria, which was basically abandoned after it came out, which is really unfortunate, but oh well, that's just the state of the game industry, I guess, or companies rather. Yeah, so talked about that combat system. I guess the only thing really to do is just talk about some more core gameplay mechanics. Like, there is no money in this game. Like, as you've most likely seen by now, money does not drop off the skits. They only drop items, right? You might be thinking, oh, then you just take that and sell it, right? No. There is no money in this game, which is, I think, is a good idea. It prevents inflammation of the economy because the items you use for currency in this game is this. scrolls of wisdom, which you use to identify items. Like, see this item right here? I can't use this because I'm unidentified. I don't know what bonus stats on it, so I use one on here. Bam! I get the bonus stats, and it's identified. So I can use it, or I can sell for profit. But see, that's a currency item in the game too. Portal scrolls, currency item. Orbits of chance, currency. Orbits of transportation, currency. I have more in my chest, but basically all these items in here, they're... Oh, I want to keep that stack. But these are the currency of the game, which you will learn to use and not use, because you can't just be like, oh, well, I'll just use all these armor scraps to buy stuff. It's like, no, you can't, right?
Hello.
Because if I go to purchase items, it's like, oh, hey, scrolls of wisdom. Like, things pretty cheap in the beginning, but higher difficulties and late game, they will get pretty pricey. It's like, oh, you need like orbs of scouring or something. I believe this person has it,
and
right?
we help you.
Yeah, like orbs of scouring, which are incredibly rare, which moves all profits from an item, like makes it white. Orb of regret grants a passive skill point, refund point, that is. Like, you cannot get every single skill in the game. It's not possible, but you can get passive refund points where you can like bring skills back, basically. But basically the currency in this game, it's not just currency, it's also things you use to upgrade and modify your gear. The level cap in this game is currently level 100, which I believe is currently unreached, as you lose a lot of experience and it gets very hard in the harder difficulties. Like, I will say this now, on my ranger, who, like, I will die in basically one hit, so I have to play a very dodgy acrobatic build where I just don't get hit and I kite things, right? But it's still very hard. This guy, he's a tank, he has insane amounts of HP regen. Like, there's multiple ways to play an end game, but you will die a lot. Like, don't expect to ace this game. It won't happen. I mean, even when it's fully released, I still don't think it's going to be level 100, because I don't know if it's possible to D-level, but I think it is. But, no one's reached it yet, because when you die, you lose, like, 15-30% of your experience. So, like, I was like, oh, hey, I have 10%, you know, bam, I just lose a lot of experience when I die. Let's say I'm merciless or cruel difficulty. So, yes, it is very Diablo style. I believe this is what Diablo 3 should have been, because it's not locked into certain skills and stuff. Like, with the Witch Doctor, I only get these skills, and the Barbarian only gets these skills, while in this, I can do whatever is so damn well pleased. It may not be very efficient, but I can still do it. And it's not pay to win. Pay for cosmetics, actually, yeah, I think that's about covers it. Basically, basic combat system with a lot of depth in the sense of customizability with your abilities and skills, which I guess the same thing, and the way you level up and make your character. You can do whatever you so damn well please. Some can be better than other, but not. Barter system to prevent inflammation of markets. Yeah. My only real gripe with this is that you can't change gender or customize your character like it looks in any way when you make the character, which is kind of unfortunate, but you know what? I understand why. Yeah, and it's still betas, which means it could still be implemented at a later date. So, this has been a quick preview of Path of Exile. I will do a review of this once it is fully released. In the meanwhile, if you would like to check out Path of Exile, please click on the link in the description below, which is www.pathofexile.com, which leads to their website where you can make an account and download the game and, you know, have fun. Because it's very good. I absolutely recommend it. I do have a lot of fun with this. This game especially shines in multiplayer, but obviously, I don't have any friends, woo! But, no, basically all my friends can't play right now, so I do this by myself, can't show off multiplayer at the moment, but it does have instance and randomized dungeons in the sense of, you do one dungeon with your friends, and then you beat it, right? But then you go do another dungeon with another group of friends. That dungeon you will go into the second group of friends will be different, like, you'll be randomized, like, every time you go into the dungeon, it's randomized, and it'll be different, like, instance, so they're not all dead for you, obviously. But, tons of replayability, tons of optimization, tons of customizability. I mean, what's not to love? They took the really good parts from other fantastic popular games such as Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy X, and Diablo, and they basically threw it in a hot pot of awesomeness. And yeah, I mean, this is still an open beta, and it's pretty damn good. I mean, I think I only recall of one fatal error so far ever since beta's opened up. And you know what? This is incredibly smooth and fantastic game. I absolutely recommend it. Please play this game if you're intrigued by it at all from this preview, and I'll see you guys next time.